Clint Eastwood stars in, but doesn't direct, a very old-fashioned tale of father-daughter bonding. So the story is he's a very crotchety baseball scout on his last hurrah. He's a dinosaur in a world where now people can kind of choose their players through computer screens. I mean, actually, this would make a very interesting double bill with Moneyball. The whole thing in Moneyball is, oh, look, we can figure all this stuff out with statistics. We can win at the game with statistics. This is kind of the old school, no, you have to be the kind of guy who goes out there and scouts and looks at the players and understands. The problem is that everything is failing for Eastwood. His bladder is failing, his legs are failing, and more importantly, his eyes are failing. John Goodman says to his daughter, look, he's going to lose his job. Do you think you could go down there and just, maybe help him, look after him? She doesn't want to go down and help him out because her and him are very, very estranged, largely because he's Clint Eastwood and his main means of communication is going, like he does. She is on the brink of becoming a law partner, but finally decides that she has to go and see whether she can help out her dad. He, meanwhile, has met up with a young guy who he once scouted. So we have the crotchety old guy, the young guy who was once a sports player, now becoming a scout, and the daughter, and they're all grumbling at each other. Here's a clip.
I want you to drive straight to the airport, because I don't need your pointy little nose in my business.
Well, let me tell you something. I don't want anything to do with your business. I'm only here because you're just so
Gus Lobel. Wow, it's good to see you, man. It's Johnny.
Johnny? Oh, Johnny. Johnny the Flame Flanagan?
Nobody's called me that in a little while.
Yeah, well, you used to throw the cover off a ball.
I used to.
What are you doing, boy?
Oh, I'm here doing the same thing you are now. I'm scouting for the Red Sox.
You don't know anything about scouting.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah. Hey, this is my daughter, Mickey. Excuse us.
Sorry. Hi. I'm Mickey.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Okay. You gonna be at Boots Bar later?
Where else?
I'm buying you a drink.
I'm taking it. Okay. Great picture at one time with that kid.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, when are you gonna leave?
Just get in the car.
Still sounds good.
It does. Justin Timberlake, Amy Adams, and Clint Eastwood. So, the thing about this is that it's not. I mean, it says trouble with the curves, but it's with the curve. It's to do with the player having trouble with the curve, but it doesn't throw you any curveballs at all. It is a very, very straight, old-fashioned drama. Do you think the father and the daughter will find a way of patching up their differences and somehow working together? Do you think that the young guy was originally tutored by Clint Eastwood, chosen by Clint Eastwood's character, do you think he'll kind of have some life that may in some way connect? Yes. So all of those things are true, and Eastwood playing utterly to type, right down to the fact that he's doing the same thing from Gran Torino, which is their entire lines of dialogue that are quite literally. Now, it's very easy to sneer at such old-fashioned and such sort of predictable. I mean, this is directed by Robert Lawrence, who has been a sort of long-time associate of Eastwood's. He's produced and he's done Second Unit, and he has obviously sort of learnt at his feet the sort of no fuss style. Eastwood's big thing is no fuss. He tells you do everything in 2 takes, 1 take tops, and you do it, and you build it like a finely crafted piece of furniture. Well, this isn't crafted like a Clint Eastwood directed movie. What it is unashamedly old-fashioned, and it would be wrong to dismiss it, because the fact of the matter is that despite the fact that it isn't breaking any rules whatsoever and is playing to the playbook, to the Silver Linings playbook, see what I did there, there is a charm in it, and the charm comes from a number of things. Firstly, it's easy to sneer at Clint Eastwood, particularly after that terrible performance on television when he was, having an argument with an empty chair in the presidential campaign, and it was just embarrassing, and and it was really terrible. But in this, he's doing what he did well. I mean, the fact is, he started out his career making very, very generic movies in which he brought something to them. Making generic westerns and making generic thrillers, but he brought something because he's Clint Eastwood, and he does that. He plays the old gruff, father really, really well. Amy Adams is absolutely brilliant. She always is. Every time she comes on screen, the whole thing lights up, and she manages to give the drama a spark, which perhaps is not necessarily there in the script. And the script is formulaic, but crucially, unlike Gambit, it is funny. I mean, I did laugh quite a few times, and I did feel the cockles of my heart being, slightly warmed, and I did feel like, oh, okay, I like these people, and I did feel, and this, I don't say this lightly, that there was a sincerity about it. Now, that's not to say for 1 minute that, it's a challenging movie. I'm turning into Dennis Hopper in Apocalypse Now. Is he a wise man? Is he a good man? Is he a great man?
That's Woody Allen.
It's Woody Allen in Apocalypse Now. It was the original casting. Francis Ford Coppola cast him originally. And then he said, that's no good, we'll get Dennis Hopper. So he went the way of Harrison Ford. In the case of this, what you get is not something that's beautifully built like a piece of furniture, cinematic furniture that Clint Eastwood would, but something that is solidly put together, that appears to be done with something approaching sincerity, that is a heartwarming story that kind of earns the right to be that and is much more charming and funny than had any right to be. And it was funny because I saw the screening of it this Monday, I think it was, and it came out afterwards, and Chris Tookey from the Daily Mail was there, who I know and get on very well with, and we both came out of the screening and there was a sort of sniffiness in the air about it, and we looked at each other and went, is it me or is that actually really good fun? And we both really enjoyed it, and we both sort of
Why the high pitched voice?
Oh, that's
at that
just
point?
me doing me being a little bit embarrassed, That's not me doing an impression of somebody else. Chris Tookey doesn't talk like that. It's me being kind of, are we allowed to say that we rather enjoyed it? Because it was kind of cute, wasn't it? Kind of cute, I liked it. I thought it was sweet.